Welcome, guys, to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and today's video live stream here, we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price and why it absolutely sucks to be in Bitcoin during the summers. We're going to look at like the last 8 years, and we're going to look at the price charts to get an idea as to like why the action is kind of like sideways or possibly even going down during the summers. So let's get right into it. We're going to talk about Bitcoin here, and I'm going to pull up the chart here on TradingView so you guys can follow along with me here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here for Bitcoin. All right, guys. Okay, so we have the Bitcoin price chart here. This is data that's coming off of Coinbase. Okay, and you can see that Bitcoin is currently trading at $62,162 as of July 2nd, 2024. Okay. And I'll just zoom in here. You guys can see that the Bitcoin price has been going basically sideways since March of 2024. We've had like this range here where we've gone up as high as like $72,000, and then we've gone as low as like $58,000. I think right down here in May 1st of 2024, we went down to like $56,500, but roughly between $60,000 and $70,000, which is completely boring the crap out of a lot of Bitcoin crypto investors out there. Some people are starting to give up on Bitcoin, and if you decided to stop trading and investing in Bitcoin, then that's on you. But this is normal. This is typical during the summers, okay, for Bitcoin and crypto. It's actually typical for it to be lackluster action, even in the stock market. There's a saying in the stock market where they say, sell in May and go away. Basically, because there's really not much action that goes on in the markets. It gets a little bit quiet in the stock markets. It also gets quiet in the crypto markets during the summertime. And that's mainly because the professional traders and investors on Wall Street, they like to go on vacation during the summer, and they don't really make any big time purchases or decisions. They don't do any selling or buying during the summer because they're too busy enjoying their vacation with their families. Now, that doesn't mean that the market is just dead. I mean, there's still people buying and selling crypto and buying and selling stocks during the summertime, but it's not as much volume as you would get if it wasn't, summertime and school is out and here in America. Okay. But yeah, so summer 2024, I'm expecting Bitcoin basically to be bouncing between $60,000 and $70,000 until we get another news-driven catalyst, such as like the Ethereum ETF, which could send us to higher prices above $70,000 for Bitcoin. It'd be much better news for Ethereum. But we're not talking about Ethereum right now. We're just talking about Bitcoin. We're going to focus on Bitcoin during the summer. So I'm expecting summer 2024 for Bitcoin to be anywhere between 60,000 and 70,000, because that's what it's been doing for like the last few months now. You could say that this summer doldrums started in March of 2024. Okay, but let's look at what Bitcoin did in the summer of 2023. Okay, I just want to just check here. Yeah, so summer of 2023, you can see that I got the dates right here. This is July and all the way into September. Like summer, like June of 2023, Bitcoin was trading at like $25,000, $26,000. And then we got some news-driven catalyst information that brought Bitcoin up to like $30,000. And then Bitcoin just basically stayed at $30,000 for like the longest time, just going sideways. Look at that, just going sideways, not really doing much. And then it actually went sideways and down, going into like July and August of 2023. And then some bad news came out, and Bitcoin dropped down to about $25,000 in August of 2023. And we basically had like some sideways trading action until we started getting word that the Bitcoin ETF was coming out. And then that's when Bitcoin actually popped up in like October of 2023. We got some good green candles here sending us to higher prices. But sideways and down is typical in Bitcoin. Matter of fact, just even before 2023 in 2022, okay, which was the bear market. A lot of people were getting their butts handed to them, and crypto and Bitcoin was just and the other cryptos were just going down in prices. But like in summer of 2022, okay, look at these candles here. Okay, look at like May of 2022, Bitcoin was trading at like $39,000, and then in June, right, it was then trading at like $29,000. Okay, and then going into like July, okay, Bitcoin was then trading down at like $20,000 in July of 2022. So anybody that started off their summer in Bitcoin in like 2022 at like 39, $38,000, they were looking at like Bitcoin at like $20,000. They lost almost like half their money, okay, in the summer of 2022. Okay, that was one of the worst brutal years for Bitcoin, but that was just another bloody one of the worst summers for Bitcoin. Okay, where people saw half their money go down. Never mind if you were in like an old coin, you probably were down even more than 50 or 60%. You would probably be getting beaten the crap up, probably down like 70%. But let's look at like summer of 2021, which was actually the year of 2021 was actually a good year, a great year for Bitcoin and crypto investors. That was when Bitcoin got up to like $69,000 for the first time, but it was not a good summer in 2021. Matter of fact, some people were worried that we were going to have a bear market. The bull was turning into a bear market because if you look here, Bitcoin in like April of 2021, okay, was trading at a high of like $64,000, okay. It got up as high as $64,899 on April 14th of 2021. But look what it did in going into May and June, okay? It just dropped. After May, it just dropped down all the way down to the levels of like $30,000. So imagine like you're over here thinking like you bought Bitcoin at like $60,000 in April of 2021, and you're sitting pretty waiting for it to go up to like 100 grand. And then now you're seeing Bitcoin at $30,000. This is the summer of 2021. Apparently that was a bull market for Bitcoin. Okay. But it was not a bull market during the summer. Okay. Of 2021. And I just want you guys to keep that in mind. That summer is usually pretty bad for Bitcoin, or it's just sideways trading action. Okay, so we didn't really start going back up again on Bitcoin price in like 2021 until like July 20th of 2021, and then yeah, Bitcoin just confused the hell out of investors and started going back up in price again. And then it just kept going up to like $69,000 up in November of 2021. Okay, so once again, a bad summer. Summer was bad for Bitcoin back in 2021. But let's look at like 2020. Okay, I mean we're gonna just go through the last 8 summers here with Bitcoin, so you guys have some reference as to like why Bitcoin just sucks during the summer. Okay. So this is like looking at April of 2020. I think May of 2020 was when the Bitcoin halving happened for Bitcoin at the time. And Bitcoin it just was trading at like $9,000 in like May of 2020, and it just stayed at like $9,000 in 2020. And then it wasn't until like, oh, okay, something happened in like the middle of July, towards the end of July, Bitcoin jumped up from 9,000 up to like now we're talking about $11,000. Maybe that might happen with Bitcoin in 2024. Maybe we might get some good news later on in July, going into August, and we start going up to higher prices again. But for the most part, once again, it was just trading sideways and flat, not really going down, but not really going up either. It wasn't until like late July that we went up. But then look what happened. Like towards like the beginning of September, we went from $11,000 down to like $9,000 all over again with Bitcoin. And then it wasn't until like October, November of 2020, then we saw Bitcoin get those green candles that sent us to like $20,000, $30,000 Bitcoin in 2020. Okay. So maybe the same thing might happen here with Bitcoin uh, in 2024. We might not see the actual big exponential moves until like September, October, November, December of 2024. Okay. So yeah, that is what we have going here with Bitcoin in 2020. Let's just keep it going, okay? With 2019, see what Bitcoin was doing in 2019 during the summer, okay? In 2019 summer, Bitcoin for some reason was going up in like May and June of 2019, but then once again, after like the end of June of 2019, like Bitcoin was trading at $13,800. We went sideways and down, and we just kept going down until like the end of September when Bitcoin was at like $7,000. So anybody who bought like at $13,000 in like June of 2019, they almost lost half their money throughout the summer going into like September of 2019. Okay. And it just wasn't good. It wasn't good. And that just continued on throughout the rest of the year. 2019 ended up finishing off at like $7,000 Bitcoin. Okay. So that was not good for Bitcoin back in 2019. Just looking at 2018. Now that was coming off of a bull market from 2017. And Bitcoin had a bear market going into 2018. And you'll see that it was like sideways and down and lower highs here. Okay. So here we are in May of 2018. Bitcoin got as high as like $9,700. And then it just kept going down to $8,000, $7,000, $6,000 Bitcoin in June of 2018. And it tried to get back up again, but it wasn't able to in like July of 2018. And it just kept going right back down to $6,000. And it just stayed there until it basically had the capitulation dump here in November of 2018. People just said, screw it, I'm out of Bitcoin. Yeah, this is the volatility of Bitcoin. And then even in like 2017 for Bitcoin, we're talking about, this is the bull market, like Bitcoin going up from like $1,000 all the way up to like $19,000. But what did it do during the summer of 2017? Supposedly during the bull market of 2017. Okay. It wasn't doing much. Okay. We'll just look at like May of 2017. Bitcoin was trading at like $2,000 roughly. It got as high as like $2,800. And I mean, in like June of 2017, it got as high as like $3,000, and then that was it. And then Bitcoin just kept trading at like $2,000, $2,500, $2,500 in July of 2017. And then it looks like like a little bit of a dump here. Bitcoin did get down to like $1,700 in July of 2017. So once again, sideways and down. It wasn't until like maybe like August is when we start seeing Bitcoin going up for 2017. But I mean, guys, you just look at the charts here, and now we're talking about 2017, and that was also not a great summer for Bitcoin. So we did what, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Here we are in 2024, and Bitcoin it just doesn't do good during the summertime. You got to wait until like when the kids go back to school in September. That's when you might see Bitcoin start making some moves again. Once those traders and professional investors come back from their summer vacations and coming back from Labor Day parties and stuff like that, that's when they start getting serious and they start putting the serious money into to work with crypto and Bitcoin. And it's just the same thing with the stock market too. It happens in the stock market as well, guys. So I just wanted to make this video here. We'll keep it short and sweet for you Bitcoin investors out there. If you guys felt like this was some useful information, please go ahead and click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can see more videos like this on your YouTube feeds here. And if you guys have any comments as to like why you think Bitcoin actually does good during the summer, I mean, let me know. I feel like it does bad during the summer. And we just have to get through the summer and then we'll see Bitcoin go up to higher prices later on this year. I still think we're in the bull market. It's just that this is the boring part of the bull market. And this is the not so great part of the bull market. Okay. But yeah, guys, go ahead and share the video with your friends and family so they can understand why Bitcoin just doesn't do so well during the summertime. Okay. That's it. I appreciate you guys coming on to the Meet Damien channel here and trying to get some education here. I try to keep these as educational videos here about crypto and Bitcoin. I'm not a financial advisor, so please don't sue me if this trading information doesn't work out for you. We're just trying to educate you guys here as to like why Bitcoin is not doing so well during the summer times. Okay. All right, guys, take care, and I look forward to doing another video for you guys soon.